You would never do that.
No.
She would never.
No.
Well, not to me. But us.
But to we?
I was just saying,
That's true.
Fiona would never go live against me if she knew that Off Topic started at 1 o'clock.
Right.
But she didn't know.
She looked at her watch and went,
Well, I have
got
2
time.
hours.
I got 2 hours.
I'll go live now,
Squeeze one
Fiona. The
in.
classic Fiona.
And
Hi,
then-
welcome to the 1 p.m. Off Topic. Oh, I think she just ended her stream. Oh, no. There's my watch asking me if
She
I
went
felt
live again?
fatigued. A little bit. I feel fatigued every day.
What?
feel
What's the sensor for that?
It's an app. It's a sleep app. And it says, how'd you sleep? And I say, terrible.
Oh.
Welcome to Off Topic, 1 p.m. style. This is the new run, right? Inside Gaming's got 3 to 7. We're lead-ins. We're gonna lead them
Walk
in.
them on in.
Walk them on in.
We're the welcome mat.
Well, I'm not a mat. I'm the
Welcome,
security.
Daddy.
I'm
red
security. I'm security, and then you get stepped on.
For the
I do
door to
stepping.
many adventures.
Yeah. Anyway,
You're a
it's off
beautiful
topic.
Hulk.
What's up? I'm Michael. We got Joe, Alfredo, and Trevor.
What's up?
Who's a losers?
Hello.
I thought if I zipped right through it fast enough, there'd be too much shock and dismay to react.
And awe.
Yeah.
Well, we are kind of losers this week because we've all heavily indulged in a little drug I like to call Deebs.
I haven't that much.
Not you.
I've had.
You've resisted.
you've hit the
I've
gateway.
resisted by having life in the way. Doing
Right.
Things. We had a
responsibilities.
day yesterday. It was like Deeb Day.
Yeah.
They were calling it Deeb Day in the history books. They call it Deeb Day.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Took
got
place.
deeped
Storm
away.
of the
And
Deeb
so we had
Day.
the whole day free to just like prep for the Diablo stream. We're doing a big old Diablo stream tomorrow. And we don't want to start at the beginning of the game. And so we're like, let's get a little bit in, play a couple hours. Alfredo wants to get the rust, he's only played 500 hours so far. He wants to get to 1,000 before we start. And just dip his toe in, just a little bit, just a little bit.
I might have fallen in though.
So you fell the fuck
He's
in.
like, dip
He's
his
like,
toe?
I'll go check it out. Well, okay. And he's like, ah!
And then he forcibly drowned himself.
So anyway, I'm like, this is my day though. I'll get to play. Everything fell apart. And I kept going, it's okay. It's like a movie. It's like, okay, I have 8 hours of Diablo. And it's like, okay, so I have 7 hours. I have 7 hours of Diablo left. And it's like, hey, can you come do this thing? It's like, there's 6 hours and 15 minutes of Diablo. That's so much Diablo. And then it ended up being like, I downloaded it. I decided my build. And I think I leveled up. I got to like level, oh, no, sorry. I went like one level. I was gonna say I got to level 10. I forgot. That was level 10 was when I played with Inside Gaming. Yeah. On our time, I think I went from 10 to 11.
There you go.
So then I kept saying, I have to work at home tonight, which was me just playing Diablo all night, and I just kept saying, it's work.
It's work.
It's work.
It's work. We gotta prep for the stream. We gotta prep.
So I'm getting there.
Prep
I'm the
needs to be
little baby. I'm the little baby. I'm like 23 on my first character.
Does that make me a thick baby? Like I'm just like a real.
Yeah.
You came out of the womb at
Makes
fucking
you a
12
baby.
pounds.
Yeah, but you're like an old baby though. You're an old baby that's gonna die.
That's true.
Like you're strong, but you will live and die a baby.
You're like if Benjamin Button was born but didn't de-age. You just were born at 90 and then you
Yeah,
died
but he's
a
not a
week later.
baby, really. He's an old man.
I don't know where I am in the chronological.
I'm just saying.
babiness.
It's because you were born 90.
Yeah.
You
You were born with dementia.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
ready to be a senator?
I don't know what I am.
It's a fun game, I'll tell you that.
It is.
Diablo
It's
4.
a great game.
It's a great game. What time? We're streaming it tomorrow, what? 12?
11?
2?
I thought it was 11.
You folks with your brain cells. Let me go to
No
the
way. It's 11.
calendar.
That's impossible.
My God.
Is it
Pretty sure it
impossible?
said
That's
11.
impossible.
I think
It's
a,
11.
That might be the call time.
11 is impossible.
It says the calendar hold says 11 to
Right.
2.
Then I mean
11 a.m. to 2 a.m.
So that's probably the call time.
unless
No,
the call time is 10.
no,
Already.
because then the calendar would be
Yeah.
worthless if it said
Yeah.
come at 11, but your call time's at
I'm gonna say
It's 12.
Go ahead and say it.
Well-
12. I'm certain of it. I'm certain.
Central.
Yeah.
11 a.m. Central.
11 a.m.
For the pre-stream,
For the
where
pre-stream.
nothing will be happening.
11 a.m. Eastern.
If it's a 12 Central,
It will be 2 hours
What? 11,
after that.
11 a.m.
stream will start, but I need like the first 5 minutes to do the world boss because it starts at 12, and like, so.
I don't know
Wait.
what you're
There's somebody out there
Okay,
with a
what
pencil
level
and
does it be to do that
paper
world boss,
going
though?
like, all right, the time is this.
World
Oh,
Tier.
hold on, no, scratch that out.
Okay,
Hold on.
so
There's
it only
Alfredo up
applies
here,
to
and
you,
I'm not even talking about
Yeah.
levels. I'm talking about
You selfish
I'm talking about straight up
I just need 5
fucking
minutes.
hole
I just need
suckers.
5 minutes.
Like he didn't fall in a hole. He fell in a hole and then just started sucking it the whole way down. Fredo's just sucking the hole as he's falling into it. He loves
hole
it.
sucking?
He's licking the walls of the hole as he's falling down the well. Okay.
That's how you get blight
He's up
damage.
here, or should I say, down here.
Right.
Okay. Joe's right behind him, like here.
I'm not right behind him.
Yeah, you are.
No.
And then you and I, Trevor, are like up here. Like this is you're still lower than
I'm
me.
waiting for you,
but
baby.
We're like here,
cliffhanger. I'm like,
and they're
reach
like
for me.
You're
I'll bring you to safety.
right, and they're like
then I'm-
15 hole sucks below you.
And then they're chucking down little nuggets of
Right.
info. Like, here's the whole map. Look at this one.
well, it's not really that much info because everything they're talking about, like Joe's like, oh, I just figured out how this thing works, and he talks about it for 2 minutes, and I go, I haven't even gotten to that thing yet.
yeah.
But now you know
So,
when you get there.
I
now you
don't
know.
because you
Well,
can't
no,
learn
it
step
just-
5 without 1
Yeah.
through 4, and so it's a lot of step 5 shit. I have no idea what
Look,
you're talking about.
I'm gonna jump
and
in
it's gibberish.
with an army of skeletons.
Here's what I'm gonna
and
do,
help
dude.
you on your
Fucking
journey.
OP shit. OP Necro, strongest in the game.
Yeah, strongest class in the
Strongest
game.
there ever been.
Doesn't fall off. Very powerful.
It's nerfed to the ground.
Druid,
The strong
best early game. Best level.
It's
Best mid-game.
rough for
Yeah.
Druid
Best
early
game.
No, dude, I'm Druid shredding right now.
So what are we doing, by the way, for our build tomorrow? That is definitely at 12
Yes.
Central.
Yeah.
What class are you doing?
Sorcerer with lightning.
All right, and you're doing
Necromancer.
shitty Necro,
Rogue.
Rogue, and then I'm Biception,
Ooh.
the Barbarian.
Whoa.
Oh. I
He
might.
gets into my dreams and makes me want to live.
I should have
Yeah,
named myself Rogue.
he gets in your dreams and
You should have done that.
I should have named myself Logue. God damn it.
Is that the bicep?
is this Biception? And he just yes, and he just keeps hitting you.
I love it.
I might power level a rogue to 40 tonight.
Okay, that's
Jesus
fine, but you're
God.
still gonna play the Necro
How long
because you
does
need
that
your
take?
skeletons. Yeah,
Well,
you
if someone's
can't do
running
rogues.
you through, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Have you
'Cause
finished
you
the
do-
game so
you
you
do
can
the
like,
story
so you-
skip.
Well, I beat the story, so what I'll do
the
is
story?
finish all the low
No.
statues. So I need like another
Lilith
hour and a
wins,
half
right?
to get all the low statues. Then I'll transfer over to all my accounts. I start my rogue. I already have all the low statues. I have my mount. I have the game completed, so I jump straight from there. I get boosted into the next 2 world tiers. Then I just get fucking farmed with XP.
Is it Act?
See, everything he's saying, I'm gonna do in 2 months.
Is it Act 4 or Act 5?
Eventually,
The
I'll
end of
come
the
up
game?
to
End
those
of the game.
terminology
6.
points, and I'll go.
There's 6 acts
There's
in
6
Diablo
acts.
4?
There's 6 acts.
Spoiled.
You don't get your mount until the start of Act 4.
I hate it. I hate that there's so much
It's
content in this game.
so
Yeah,
long.
it's funny. It's Joe's
he's
pretty
like-
upset.
He's going. This act is so
Joe,
long. I'm like,
yeah.
Joe, what's the story beat you're at? He goes, I don't know.
And, we're,
did, I
and,
just
and
skip
then we're
everything.
like, and he's like, it's just so long. And we're like, damn, it's fucking like it's not good. And he's like, I'm having so much fun. When's it over yet?
I just want to get to the
I just want to get to the end
Nightmare
and be done with this good game and then play it more. I'm so mad that it's good and long. This is a lot of like, I want it. Why? So I can play more of what I'm doing right now.
Right, I want to do this again later.
I want to do this again. I want to do this again, but not in this spot, in another spot that
Yeah.
looks like this.
This man just wants to get to in-game build.
I want to get to the
Right.
end game build, and then I want to be able to do the story
Man,
skip so I can do
to
another
be
character.
young-
What's end game mean in this game?
Endgame means like
Past 50.
Is like
I
level
would say
100
way fucking
nightmare tier
further.
dungeon.
Okay, so you
No,
said 50.
no,
he said
he's
100.
wrong.
That's like Fnatic endgame. I'm talking about
okay.
endgame.
Endgame.
Endgame's end.
Endgame
Endgame's
starts.
endgame, right?
Endgame starts once you can start building.
Just like the
past
stream
50.
starts at 11. And it doesn't.
He's talking about
know how-
the opening of
No.
the.
You know how
what
Avengers
he's
Endgame.
describing
No,
as
no, no, no.
endgame. It's more like post game. It's
what
more
do
like
you
Joe's
see?
describing when the game opens up.
What do
It's
you
not the
see?
end of the
What
game.
do you see?
That's the beginning of the
when
game.
you look up guides on Diablo. The people that
I
eat,
see
live,
Lilith,
and breathe. It's
and I see what
past
she
level
did to
70.
New York.
It's like
And it's Act
pre-endgame.
four.
What she did.
Listen, but you can get to endgame by like
Listen.
level 55 if you're
Listen.
building correctly.
Listen.
At least endgame builds.
Listen.
That's not
And then-
endgame builds.
But then you can
No, it's
start
not.
doing. But then you can start doing endgame content.
No, it's not because you get ancestral gear.
Joe, I'm gonna be honest.
Ancestors.
Half the
You
game,
don't need
half the
ancestral.
game can be
It's not
endgame
endgame
content.
gear.
If you're
What are you
good,
talking
if you're
about?
good at the game, all you need are
don't care.
rares.
Joe's-
All you need
You
are
can see the
rares.
smile
Wait.
creeping across this man's face.
Wait.
You know, Endgame, like the last 50% of the game.
It's like Avengers Endgame, right? But before that was Avengers Infinity War. And the
then
beginning
before
of Infinity War is
So
pre-Endgame.
what you're saying is Infinity War is Endgame, but it's
It's
not.
not.
But it is.
It's the part 1.
Same story.
It's like Joe
Iron Man 1.
describing.
Iron Man 1 could be Endgame.
It's like Joe describing
For all
Iron
we
Man
know.
2 as the beginning of the end of the first phase 4 or whatever.
I just love Rylan Alfredo.
I
It's
know.
easy to be done, especially when he's this far down the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
so far
He
down
knows
the hole.
everything. The hole's black. He can't see anything, but he's touching the walls and he can feel everything. He knows what's going on by feel.
I'm playing the game an insane amount in as much of a
He's in a
optimized
world
way as
before
I
he should be
can.
there.
And then when I'm not doing that, I'm consuming other like content in order to figure out if I'm not optimizing what I'm
And
doing.
much like the tonal, I'll let you do all that and then just give me the spark notes. Hand them over,
That's true. That's
and I'll plug them in. I go, which guy do I click? All right, I'm good.
Fredo's gonna do all this prep, get to the end, and be like, "Wow, I'm so
Joe's
OP.
right.
I'm so strong. I can do everything as a necromancer."
true.
Yeah. He conjures up his own army. He's like, I don't need a party. I got
Yeah.
skeletons.
I looked at all the builds and kind of like the current tier list for like end game content. There's 5 classes. 5th place is Necromancer. 4th place
How do they know?
is Sorcerer because
Are
they're all
people
level
there?
100. They're
People
all
are
level
there
100.
now?
They have level 100.
Druid?
So they're
Because
all the
people who look at
they're all
Alfredo and they
natural
say,
guys.
child, you know
They're all
nothing.
talking together. They're all building their builds. They're all talking with the dead stuff like that.
Masters
and
of the industry.
and they're just like. Necros are good, but it just takes so long for them to set up to
They're
do
just like,
what like a barbarian and rogue just go, these buttons, and they go,
No, well,
Necro's like, okay, I do
a
this,
barb is
and I
one
do
button,
this,
and all they
this.
do is this.
On launch day, they
is true.
convene the council.
That's true. Barbs do the spinny.
It not only wasn't open, it also, Joe, it went like this.
Felt like a big
4th
hit.
is Sorcerer. They drop off.
4th?
They drop off drastically once you hit 90
Oh,
comparatively.
no.
Yeah.
Just like that.
that's the
90
beginning
levels
game.
in.
No,
Druid
no.
is 3rd. They're very strong.
It's the final game.
And then first and second is interchangeable between Barbarian and Rogue.
What?
Yeah. But I mean, they're nerfing this shit out of a bunch of stuff, so things could change any moment.
It also, like the idea
When
though,
Necromancer could rise from the
of
grave.
what you're talking about, I will say, because also it's like the best people
Well,
at
that's
level
like
100s.
super
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
in-game.
Right. Basically, all that is irrelevant to 99.9999999% of the people playing. It changes nothing.
Oh,
This
100%.
new information,
At the end
like
of
if
the
you
day,
like,
play and have fun.
like if you told me yesterday, hey man, Barb's rated 5th because of this, these people said, and then came in today and went, they're rated 1st. Guess what? My character has not changed in any way. It's not like I've it changes nothing except me going like, yesterday going, man, I'm 5th. And then today going, I got the best character and nothing has changed. I'm still like level 23. I just have like the same skills. It's fun though.
Yeah.
It's
oh
fun.
no, it's a good time. It's just for me, like I want to do like the most hardcore end game.
Right, but the difference is
to, like,
we're not
after
having
credit
that
scene stuff.
conversation that we're different.
Oh,
we're both
no,
on the
no,
same
no.
page there. You want to do it in like 200, like you want to do it in the next 2 weeks is the difference.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to be doing
yeah,
it in a year.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I'll boost you. I'll get you up there.
True. I might not want to though.
I'm honestly just
going
waiting
too
for
fast.
Fredo to
Fredo, put me down! No! I need you!
You coming with me? I need a bar. Fucking me. I need a bar. Keep shouting. Keep
I
shouting.
will say I haven't played it yet, but just from you guys describing, and you've obviously played a lot more, like the way more dynamic party system as far as like anyone can play no matter what level you are.
It's so much better than
Has
Diablo
never been
3.
the case.
Yeah.
Diablo
In
3 is
most
so bad.
games, honestly. It's very hard in games that have huge level gaps to maintain like a party system that's not, well, somebody gets left behind,
Yeah.
you know, or like all the enemies scaled to the highest level or the lowest level or whatever. But I guess this game somehow magically
So
Skills to everyone's
so-
at the
individual
same
level.
time.
So it's not like Diablo 3 in which like in Diablo 3 I could like if Joe was level 100 and I was level 1 I could just stand there at the beginning of a dungeon and Joe can just go through and kill
Like a
everything
magic
and then
card. You just absorb
and you literally
it.
just see your levels go doof, 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 doof. Like I've done that. For this, even though like I have a level 60 Necromancer, when we play with you guys, when we're playing as a party, everything that you're facing is going to be your level.
So if there's one boss, we're in a dungeon, there's 4 of us, we have a 40 level spread.
No, so there's one boss.
Yeah.
What level are you?
Like 32.
The boss is gonna be 32 to you. It's gonna be 60
so when
to
I
me.
hit it at the same kind of proportion as you would, so we all have equal.
Yeah, it's gonna be
impacts.
your 32.
That's cool.
That boss is whatever
That's
level.
smart
that's in
people
the-
shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Some
That's good.
genius
Which
sat
is
down and
awesome.
went clickety clackety click, and then it was all figured out.
and then he was like, and someone's like, "You're done." And he just kept clicking. He kept going.
And he goes, "No, I must nerf and boost."
So yeah, so
So
we
it
could,
lets us play with people like Alfredo and
Right.
Joe, who are
So,
now level 60.
like,
we could
And
I'm
play
not
with
60. I'm not
we could play
60.
with
But the
these
thing is, like,
humble
I'm 45.
gods.
it's like
I'm sorry, he's only 45.
Oh, end game.
Only
It's like
23
I'll-
levels.
5 levels
Only,
away.
only
It's like, I'll
double my
do good
level.
damage versus it, but I'm not gonna walk in and just like do 3 moves and the whole room
I think the biggest
explodes.
difference
Right.
there is
And
a
you guys are
scale,
gonna walk in going,
and this is just my assumption, but I would imagine the scale still is there, though, that the higher levels are going to be better off because you have more abilities and shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have more robust character.
Yeah.
So numbers-wise, it's a great system.
Yeah.
But it's still going to, like,
I'll
advantage.
still be able to.
You used to be able to
burst
do cool
it
shit.
down
Like
fast.
even like I can say it's all scaled. Like, I just don't have insane barb skills yet. I'm
Right.
just still hitting the guy with a hammer while you could be like.
You're not going to be getting hit as a low level bard as if you were facing like a high level character that's
Yeah.
in my like.
It's cool. And
Which is
again,
awesome.
it's why we're gonna be able to play tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so I found that out and I went, guys, it doesn't matter.
Fredo
I
went.
just-
I'll see you on the
Yeah.
moon.
We're like, Fredo, when are you gonna come back? He's like, I won't come back. I'll do a circle.
I'm gonna go so far in one direction. I'll come back
pick
the
you
other
up on
one.
lap 2.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's just, the game has been oddly addictive, and the only
Why is it
Diablo
odd?
Oddly.
because I
fun
didn't
game.
expect it.
What do you mean?
Oh, I knew it.
This guy
I knew.
said he was gonna go home. We were all playing at the office. He was gonna go home, see you guys tomorrow. Me and Trevor were still at the office. 30 minutes later, Fredo logs in. We're playing this come online in Diablo 4. We were
Yeah.
still in the office.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
no.
left, and then we saw you arrive at home. Essentially, like an hour
Was that
later,
last
you
night?
logged in again.
No, that was like
Or
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Because yesterday, because like essentially you beat the game, you can get into like world tier. There's like the world tier 1, right? It's like okay,
It's
cool.
it's
And then
essentially what in the original game it was difficulties. It
yeah,
was just
it's
like normal,
difficulties,
nightmare,
the higher,
hell.
the
and
higher
this is called world tier.
difficulty, the higher difficulty, you get
Yeah.
more XP, more gold, etc.
Yeah.
And like there's 4 tiers. You play through the game, you're tier 1 or tier 2, depending on which one you want. And then you beat the game, you can get into world tier 3. But you have to like beat a dungeon to get into world tier 3. So I did that. I beat the dungeon. I got into world tier 3. And then I realized
What
that
hacker got you into 4?
so then I realized
Oh, he was telling me
that
about it
people were
yesterday.
getting into World Tier 4. So for World Tier 4, you have to beat the dungeon that's level 70.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I
Okay.
found out that people were getting in and they were beating it even solo as early as level 58.
Wait, they were doing it and you weren't?
They weren't.
You ever boxing
They
you
weren't
out?
level 50. I was getting boxed
You
out.
wanted to get in
But it was
there.
like 58. I was like, whoa, people are getting in even solo with optimized builds by like level 58.
Interesting.
And
So you had 2 options. You either had to tell on them and say, hey,
Right.
hey,
You're
they're
like,
getting
hey,
in.
shut that down.
Shut that down.
Shut
or
that down.
you get some.
Right. And so
And then it's
so I
cool.
so I got some.
Okay.
he got a little bit.
So I got some. And so then I got into World Tier 4 12 levels early. No, 15 levels early because I was 55. I was pushing it. I was squishy.
Dude, you got to World 4 and then you breathed
But then
the
I
air and
got to
died.
World Tier 4 and then I just go into these like world events and it was like level 70, level fucking 65 and I'm just like a squishy 55 and I'm just getting fucking imbued with all this experience which would take hours, but I'm just getting them quicker.
You're also getting more legendaries. You're
I am getting
more
a shit ton of
ancestrals.
fucking legendaries.
Have you
I
got
got
sacreds yet?
Yep.
what in the hell is that?
So there's
You don't even know.
legendary.
I mean, you don't know.
There's legendary, then there's
beginning
sacred
game.
legendary, and then there's ancestral legendary,
prequel.
which
And
is
then-
the highest.
That sounds like Goku shit.
But
Eventually,
now
like,
my
there's
level
always a new layer.
shooting up.
Wait,
That's-
you're shooting up?
Yo,
I thought it was all
That's his
tonal.
secret.
No, we're shooting up Deebs. It's a trap.
Sheesh.
Oh. So anyway,
big time.
Deebs.
So I'm excited.
I've only played the
This is like
remake
the
of 2.
precursor stream, by the way.
Oh yeah.
This podcast is the supplemental companion podcast to tomorrow's stream.
Excellent.
I'm
So
fine with it.
11
This is-
o'clock rolls around, we'll just roll this podcast out again.
Exactly.
And there
Well,
you
I mean,
go.
that wouldn't make sense because then we would start before this ended.
Well,
It's
we'll
90
make sure that we
minutes.
mark the hour mark, and we'll be like, we'll do a countdown
Right.
here in the show,
Okay.
and then after that, we stop talking about Deebs because most people will at that point have been in the Deeb stream. That, or we can start doing a director's commentary ahead of the live stream.
How would we do
Whoa,
that?
whoa, Joe's entering the end game. He just hit 50.
Joe's like, I'm endgame now.
Let me ask you guys a question because you have all played the different Deebs. What do you like about this one, like story-wise? Because I didn't know.
I gotta be honest. Here's the thing.
Or like
story's cool.
or mechanics-wise, or like whatever.
The story's cool, but the thing with like Diablo and Blizzard is like the early PC games, right? So like story kind of didn't exist. They're like in the game, but I guess like cutscenes. It's the thing when you got a cutscene was still like, whoa, it's a cutscene.
Yeah.
They just weren't in games. And that was a lot of like the big deal for Blizzard games.
Yeah.
Like every Diablo had like cinematics, and StarCraft had cinematics and all that shit. And that's cool as shit. It's 2023, so it's like it's cool. They look fantastic, and they hooked me, right? Like the opening was awesome of
yeah.
Diablo 4.
Yes.
It's fine. Like the fact that I sat there and watched it tells me like how cool it is. When realistically, you really don't have to. It's not like your character. It's like setting the universe. It's introducing Lilith.
Right.
But it's not really necessary, right? You don't. If you skipped it, you wouldn't be like, I don't know how to play this game.
Right.
You're fighting the fucking monsters.
It's a cool
That's the
story,
game.
though.
It's a very cool story.
I don't know anything about the other lore.
Genius sat there and
However,
wrote it.
because of I mentioned this, I've had absolutely no fucking time to read anything. I'm just skipping everything.
Well,
because I'm still so fucking far
I
behind.
experienced Act 1 story in the beta, and so I watched every cutscene there.
Well, it wasn't
so
all of
now
Act
I'm
1
mashing
though, was
through.
it?
Yeah.
Was it the whole thing? I did that, and so I know that much.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I guess I didn't do all the side quest shit. So people are like, "Hi," it's like a
Right.
BioWare game, and I just go X X X.
Side
X,
quest
X,
stuff
and
is.
then-
It seemed
head
like it was
snaps.
right.
It's like
Yeah.
hundreds of side quests.
Side quests,
yeah.
Jackie's like, what is this guy saying? I'm like, you're gonna run into like
he's
500
either
people
his
for side
wife's
quests.
a monster, or
Right.
he's a monster.
Most of them have been,
or he's gonna turn into a
We're
monster.
gonna exercise this person, and then the person goes, put the
However-
challenge down. Oh, something went wrong, and then they turn into a monster.
To me, it was always like, it's like my quintessential dungeon crawler. Not a huge dungeon crawler person, like games of the ilk, but for some reason, I always enjoyed Diablo. It's like a hack and slash, but there was always a bit more to it than that.
It's classified as an action RPG.
I
isn't it?
guess.
Diablo
Dude, I don't
4 is
figure
like
out.
Diablo 2, but just 2023 Diablo.
And I guess
what
that's
it
the thing
feels
too. Like,
at
I
least.
didn't really play Diablo 3, but it had nothing to do with it being Diablo 3. It was just a time in my life. It's just, again, like, it's a game. It's easier now as it's gotten easier over the years of just like the internet and connectivity and playing with people, But back when we were kids, it was very much like, who do you know?
Right.
Who lives near you?
Yeah.
Who can you
LAN
go
party.
Yeah.
play a
potential.
game with, right? So even by Diablo 3, like I was an adult at that point, but like it was harder because it's like, oh, I'm not in school. Like
Yeah.
I know 10 kids that play video games, even though I'm not really friends with them. It's like, bro, it's a small pool. You want to play a video game? And they're like, yeah, I can hate your guts and we'll play a video game, But now you don't really have to do that. So Diablo 3, I had no one that was playing that game. And it's not a game you can't play by yourself, but it's a game like we're all playing it. We know playing it. I have no problem playing by myself because I also know there's going to be tons of people playing it whenever I want.
It's like XP bonuses if we're going around as a group.
It's just fucking fun.
Like,
But
it's
if
fun.
it was like, hey, you can play this game by yourself, but literally no one you know owns it, and you probably aren't ever going to play with anybody else, I was probably not inclined to buy it. Like even though I like Diablo
man,
2.
makes sense.
That said, it turned out to be like a completely different game because you played a shitload of Diablo 3.
I played a shit ton of 3.
and
It
I would
is
not have liked it.
so fast. Like in-game builds on that. It's like do you know the pillar that gives you abilities in Diablo?
Yeah.
You know the one that gives you like lightning and you're running around
It just
flying
zap
ball and
people?
you zap people? That was like an actual build for a sorcerer in Diablo 3. They
just
would just
walk
like
around?
zip around the fucking map and then it's like boom, dungeon done. Like you can do that. Like Demon Hunters like rolled around and like 50 billion arrows came out. So it was like Diablo 3 was super fucking fast. And on top of that, like a lot of gear was.
It was like a
set
little
around,
watered down, right? Basically.
It was just a really fast game.
Diablo 3 is essentially a loot simulator because all you're doing is you get to the build that you're gonna use on.
Which they had gear,
Yeah, which is
they
like
had
gear
gear
sets.
sets. So you
Two
would
had that.
essentially there was I would argue like a little bit less freedom in terms of like creativity with your builds because you'd be like, I need to get these 4 pieces or these 2 pieces of this and these 2 pieces of that. instead of just like, okay, let me get this with this roll, this with this roll, this with this roll.
Yeah, and then like all you would do in Diablo 3 is essentially get whatever you needed and then just go for like Primal Ancients, which are like the top of the top. It rolls with perfect stats, like maxed out stats, everything. Like that's the whole point of Diablo 3. And then you're just pushing like rifts by yourself.
You're just walking around as a giant nuke though. And
It gets very boring.
I imagine if you can go into a dungeon and just go. Pss, pss, pss.
Well, like for example, like Demon Hunter, the top build for like 6 seasons in a row was the same one. Like all you're holding is right click.
Yeah.
All you're holding is right click.
Well, that's
and
how
moving
beta
your
was
mouse.
when
That's all
Fredo and
you're
I
doing.
were both rolling Necromancer together. We were just exploding bodies. Corpses make little blood piles, and then blood piles explode, and then they make more piles, and then those piles explode, and then it's just.
Yeah, it was a.
I was like, I'm not playing. I'm standing here, and people are exploding.
Yeah, I was able to like in the beta to take that build to like its like peak and.
You got it
because
nerfed.
Yep.
Because there's
You
a set.
did that.
There's
And
a
everyone
set
was
of-
punished for you.
Well, because like the thing with Necro is like you make corpses all over the floor when you're doing your attack stuff like that, and then there's an ability called Blood Mist, where you essentially just turn into a mist of blood and you're invulnerable at that
Oh
point.
my God.
And you can float over and like you're slow and you just kind of are invulnerable. But there was a pair of like there was essentially like an ability, like a legendary ability that allowed you to negate the like decreased movement speed, but then also as you went over these like tens of corpses that you created, you would pop all of them in a massive explosion. So I would turn into a blood mist and just float around and go poof, 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 poof.
Does that make you feel good when you did that?
I felt great. I sent Trevor a video and Trevor was like, why?
At a certain point, I'm like, it's just a god needs to learn when to hold back a little bit.
know,
Let the enemies fight. They're like, give him a chance. They're like, here he comes. Everyone
Wizard
scatter.
struck down the god.
They fucking hit that build hard
Yeah.
because it is just the shitty ability now. It's turned into like I'm a god button to it's literally just a button for my oh shit button. Like if I'm in trouble, I hit oh shit, I turn into a blood mist and I run away.
Dude,
Chase the man exploding bodies.
I just got the I can't remember what the ability is called, but I just got the chains. Like I just unlocked that. That's a barbarian. That rules. It's like
yeah.
What's his name? Pig guy.
The butcher?
No.
Roadhog?
Yeah, Roadhog. He just like
Oh,
rip
yeah.
people.
Yeah, it's a pull.
The pig guy, the butcher, not the guy who kills the pig, an actual pig man.
Well, the butcher is essentially Roadhog.
Oh, you're talking about like a Diablo 3 dude
yeah.
that shows
Right.
up?
Again, I didn't play Diablo 3. I'm just like
Well, the butcher's in Diablo 4.
So
That's the
I
only
just
way
thought
I
it's
know.
just
Who's the
again, a
first boss?
butcher's
Who's the
also a
first
man
boss, right?
that,
The butcher's the
that
first
sells
boss.
meat.
so
Right. It's also a man from various shows.
So the butcher is
But-
the first boss from Diablo
Billy Butcher?
3. And when everyone was playing the beta, like and doing dungeons, like he randomly would show like people didn't know, and then he would randomly show up and wreck your shit because he was just so fucking powerful. And then everyone was like, "Oh my god, if you run into the butcher, like watch out, he's gonna fucking
Watch
kill
out.
you."
The butcher.
And so like it was you, myself, Jaren, and somebody else that were playing during the first open beta.
I think it was just the three of us.
I think we had one more person. It might have been Ray.
What world tier were you guys?
It was
Or
just
no?
two.
Two, whatever. the
Two
number
is just insane. It's so much harder than one.
It's so much harder.
But it was two necromancers, and then I forget.
Yeah,
the
and then they had
roles.
their builds, but we were in like this ice dungeon, and then I was like, guys,
You
like,
happen to be
I was
talking
like,
about
guys,
Butcher maybe
this and
showing
this and
up.
this and that about the butcher. That'd be crazy. And then like seconds later, I go, "It's guys, it's the butcher. It's the butcher. It's the butcher." And like
And I was like,
I'm
yeah,
by myself.
And I'm going, yeah, I know. He can show up in this game. That's really
I'm like,
interesting.
no,
Like, I don't
he's
know
here.
who that is. Oh, shit.
I keep pulling in, and then like
Get him.
And then Jared's like, I'm coming. Everyone dropped what they did. They joined, and for 5 minutes, we were just screaming out of our minds because we were this close to death, like every second of the
Yeah.
time. So we were just like running around, just like, I'm almost dead. Okay, I'll pull him. And we're just getting destroyed.
We were
trying to
rotating kites,
res.
yeah.
And it was like a 5-minute battle.
Yeah, but we were
ended up-
inching him down. I was like, I think we could do this.
Yeah.
Jaren was the one who was kiting him the most
He was.
because he had the most health. But
But it
that was cool.
It was cool to run into him and then actually be able to like defeat him.
That kind of stuff.
was
Now,
fun.
that's what I love about games when they like do unique moments for like the diehard fans that like I played all of 3, so I know this character. The fact that this character could be here, I don't know the lore of the character or how they got there, but like that's really cool.
Family business.
Yeah.
Family
Raining.
business.
Just chopping.
Heavy rain.
He's like, where are the pigs at? Yeah, it's cool to be like, oh shit, look, they brought the butcher. Oh
like
my
that
god,
stuff.
he killed me. Like, instant death. The thing
I'm just ready to sink my teeth into this game with no timeline, no nothing. Just sit there and just moving around. Just what's this?
Like that
What's
guy in South
And I'm
Park.
just on one fucking character. I'm gonna have like 10. I'm gonna have so many.
That's what
I'm gonna be playing this game for
You're
so
gonna get
long.
into it. He's gonna get so into it. The fun part that I've been having for the past couple days is that like eventually get to the point where there's Legion events. So it will literally be an event pops up on the map, and then it's like the Legion event starts in 4 minutes, and then everyone on the map gets that ping.
So it's a Legion event? Because I've seen like random events in the world.
So
I've
there's just
seen
little-
world events, like
Yeah.
bosses that randomly drop that are like the red symbol. What's the Legion one?
So there are events when you start off, which is just like
Yeah.
it's just like orange circle. Which is you go there, it's a little event.
Some
it's like
extra
it's like a
XP
warm up.
or-
You know what I mean? You go in there, you get some XP.
You save some villagers
You get
or
a
something.
chest, whatever. You do whatever it is. The Legion event is, it's essentially you have to complete a series of tasks.
Is it the upside down yellow triangle thing?
It's
No,
the
that's-
orange, like kind of like sigil thing that pops up that has like an orange ticking bar. You're not there yet.
Yeah.
It's a higher world.
I think you have to get to a.
I think it's
a
World Tier
certain-
3. No.
No,
was it-
because I got into a Legion event just fine. I think you have to get to a certain point in the story.
yeah. So like the Legion. What? So the Legion events pop up,
We
and then
both did the exact
and then
same.
everyone there like piles in, and then it starts, and then it'll have like a series of tasks you have to complete in order to get the mastery, and then the mastery gives you like the max amount of chests and loot and all that kind of stuff.
Are you having a heart attack?
No,
What are you
I'm having a
what
stitch.
Are you doing? Okay.
I wasn't trying to draw attention to it.
No, I'm sorry. I just noticed, but it kept
You look
going
like
on.
it
It
was
kept
like,
going
fuck.
on.
Pop or
No, you know when like you have like a random stitch, like that's what it's called, like just
Yeah,
a
I know
random
what you're
really
talking
sharp pain, and you just have to
Yeah.
like breathe through it until whatever happens, whatever
didn't- I
whatever
didn't-
causes
I
it.
didn't
know that was what it was.
Sorry, I didn't know if you got it from
No.
stretching in a weird way.
Something happened, like it was like
Just-
my diaphragm in there just like suddenly like I got stabbed. I was like, oh fuck, you just keep talking. I'll breathe this one out, and then
No,
you
I,
drew attention.
no, I
to it.
really drew attention to it because it just kept going, and I thought we might.
I've had that with my heart.
Medical
It's-
attention.
I've had that
through it.
around my heart, and I breathe in. And this was more when I was a kid. I'd breathe in deep, and you'd feel like a bonk. And I'm like, was my heart snagged on something?
That's why I could tell things like that were happening.
I don't think
Joe's
I've ever
heart
had
got
my heart go
snagged.
blog.
Someone snagged my
You know when your
heart.
heart's moving around too much inside your chest cavity, it gets
Yeah.
snagged on other
Yeah.
things. I was afraid that was happening. I'm sorry.
Oh, anyway, I snagged my lung. Legion.
Oh yeah.
So you were
film.
attempting to explain to Trevor something that we're not at yet.
But
I was like, I think I've beat those.
yeah, it's essentially like
I think I
a
conquered
boss that
that.
pops up. Everyone on the map can go join, and you have to complete a series of tasks. And there's a timer that you're racing against. So it's so then you have to kill a certain amount of mobs. Then it'll
may
lead
have
you to a first boss. And essentially, if you get all three, if you kill kill all these mobs before the time runs out.
Is that
That'll lead you to
usually
the
when a
first
boss is like getting like his little
Yeah.
wire sucks out?
Yeah.
He's got like little beams.
gotta get the
and-
Yeah,
three
there's like a
together.
higher tier version
I
of
feel
that
like
that
I've done
everyone can participate in.
I see.
So you do that, and if you get the mastery, so you kill all the mobs, and then you get the boss, the first boss, and the second boss, the third boss, the actual main boss comes up. We found that like if you complete the mastery for that, there is a rare mount drop. It's like a skeletal like ghost horse, and so then it was just off to the races.
Is Megan
'Cause it was,
Fox in the game?
Just doing like a promotional thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
But
like,
it was
where's
like-
They're
she
doing
at?
Jennifer Bodies times Diablo 4
Yep.
right now.
Oh,
But it's like, it's a super rare drop. It's a cool fucking mount. And so it's just like farm. And like hope to God that you get that drop because it's like a low rated drop.
Can I get it?
yo, there's some wild looking
you
places in this
try.
world.
I'll get it.
You can try.
I'm thinking about
A
it.
bunch of my friends got the drop. I got the drop. Obviously, I've been playing a ton with Jackie.
That's how easy it is.
And
So
like,
Jackie's definitely got it.
yesterday was like, boom, horse drop. Jackie's like, oh my God. Because like in your inventory, doesn't sell for anything, but it's just literally like a horse in your inventory. And you just claim it. So she's like, oh my God, I got it. Oh my God, I got it. And yeah. And then, so she went, cashed it in, and then realized that it wasn't this really cool, rare spectral ghost mount. It was just a basic mount with mud all over it.
It was a giant. It was a muddy horse.
That
It was
really
a
wasn't
muddy
a
horse.
basic
Dirty horse.
Oh my
horse.
God.
Get dirt
It
horse.
had dirt all over it.
So
Hold on,
was
that's
that
gonna-
it-
and that's
was
what-
that an even rarer drop?
So
kinda
that's when we
rare to
found
me.
out that other horses also drop in
my
these
God.
events.
Dude, I'll
What a troll.
get me a horse tomorrow.
You want a horse?
Yeah,
give me a horse
When
tonight.
did we get mounts?
Act
4.
Endgame.
So
Let's get
it's
to Act
it's the start of Act.
Do you
I mean,
think
we'll
we'll-
get to Act 4.
So let's do it. We only have 14 hours.
Once the Legion event opens up for you guys, what'll happen is we'll progress through the story, and then they pop up every 10 or 15 minutes. We'll
Yeah,
progress
they
through the
do.
story, and then when we can, we go, yo, Legion event, and then we'll head on over, and then we'll try to get the mastery, and then we'll see who gets the horse drop. There's also really cool like.
You can look at mine. That's fine.
Yeah, Michael and I are going to get it on the first
I'll
drop.
let you
man.
look
It's just
at it.
how
I'll
it
let you
is.
touch.
I'm
I'll
gonna
let
get
you-
the horse.
I
as
wouldn't
well.
want to
I'll
be the
let you
last
touch
person to get the horse drop.
I know.
You guys are just gonna hammer that person.
Right, right.
What's up?
Whoever doesn't get the horse, yeah, they're just gonna get hammered.
You guys roll up with your 3 steeds, and I'm
Everyone's
like,
gonna be
muddy!
I get the mud horse.
I got mud on mine.
They're all the same though, right?
No.
No.
Like,
They're
even,
different
like
speeds?
cool factor. They're all the same, right? Even the muddy horses.
No, the muddy horse runs slower because it's muddy.
Yeah, but it's
bogged
cool,
down.
just as cool though.
Well,
Okay.
I feel like the muddy horse is actually going to come back around and be the cool one to get.
the cool one?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the mud is covering that it's an unicorn.
damn.
Yeah,
An unicorn?
Ever think
right,
about
because it's
that?
gross.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
What- How do you say it's stupid?
Is that some kind of monster? Anyways, the
It's
stream
Uno,
tomorrow's gonna be
right?
fun.
Uno.
Yeah, for one.
Unicorn.
One corn.
One corn?
No.
What do you think Jaren's gonna get us for food?
Cheese rolls.
Cheese rolls.
What a guess.
Yeah, maybe some
Damn.
cheese sticks.
I mean, I'll eat them, but
I'll scarf whatever is put in
Just
front
I know. That's,
one of those little nacho
that's
cheese
what I asked
cups
for.
from Taco
I said
Bell.
whatever.
of me.
We all each
One-
get one. At least it's individual.
We just all
Just suck them down.
Well, no, there's just
Everyone
one.
gets a dip.
Oh, there's just
Everyone
one.
gets a
Share.
finger screw.
Oh, so everyone gets.
Jaren's getting a surprise food after this.
Oh,
Oh.
there was happy chicks out there.
cool.
Well, that's not for us.
I know, but it was teasing me.
Okay, well, I walked out and it went, fuck, I need food.
Yeah.
And I said, please get us food. The podcast starts in 2 minutes. Don't
Yep.
take orders. Like, no one even dare ask.
Well, when you
Just
said
get
it was
food.
Jaren's surprise food, I was like, oh, good, because I didn't order anything.
No, I know. I
Yeah.
requested surprise food right after the show. So we
Also,
can
at
eat
this
food.
point, they could probably like pick a place and then just see and Slack all our past orders.
I don't give a shit.
That's too much research.
Just put a
That is.
pizza in
Just
front
get
of me.
whatever.
Yeah.
pizza.
That's
Fine.
tomorrow's gonna be such a fucking fatty food day.
Oh,
just be sitting
big time.
around gorging,
Oh, dude,
sucking
we're
on
all gonna be like this.
pizza and chicky tenders,
Salads, classic.
I will
land
say,
food.
I'm very glad because just tech wise, it would be fucking jumping through hoops. But we're gonna do it at our desks.
Yeah,
Thankfully, so at least we can fucking stand if we want to.
Yeah.
Like with the standing desks.
Which I'll do a lot, yeah.
I absolutely am gonna be standing a lot.
I'm
One,
gonna do my laying.
I don't want to
desk.
get too sedentary. Okay. Two, I'm gonna have like 50 of these, and I'm like, and I'm gonna need to stand. These is just my G Fuels, my mixes I've been making.
I'm happy that the way we have the stream set up tomorrow is we'll all be playing in the office. No cam, but we will have a camera that is just set up looking at 3 screens.
So it'll be
with
it'll be
some
the
proper
four it'll be
lighting.
4 gameplays, all of
4
our gameplays,
gameplays.
and then 1
We'll
room
have our
cam.
name burned,
If
one
we
of our
want to
cam.
walk onto it.
Walk on, maybe we
made a little
we
stage.
hang
Oh,
out.
there's gonna
or do
be-
something. Maybe kissy cam.
I'm gonna have to make. I need somewhere to make
kissing cam.
announcements. Yes, he said what he said. I need somewhere to make my announcements.
reiterating.
We need some kissy cam spots or whatever it is. You know, there's gonna be people are gonna be showing off. Don't think there's gonna be a 14-hour stream.
Dude, the
without a
Kissy
couple of
Boy
show-offs.
horse crew. Oh my
Dude,
god.
we're gonna make our horses kiss.
We already made. We
All
already
of
made
us
the
with our-
clan.
Yep.
We already have
did.
the clan in Deebs. All right,
Yep.
you'll see.
You will see it
We're all
all.
synced up. You'll see me and Trevor like level 23 and 25. Then there'll be like a 48, and then like a 72.
48.
Like, cool.
I'm gonna be 48.
Probably
You're
you.
48.
You're what are you?
No.
What
I'm gonna be like 55 by the end of the night.
Yeah, you wish, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Damn, dude. He still believes. He thinks he'll make it to world.
You gonna
tier
play all
4.
night?
You gonna make it to world tier 4?
Are you
I
playing all
don't think
night?
so.
Play all night.
Bro, he'll play all night. He'll
those-
fucking sleep past
those
his alarm. Won't
levels-
show up tomorrow. How about
Those
that?
levels really slow
I got my
down.
Deebs in last night. Why do I gotta show up tomorrow?
Right, exactly. Well, you would.
I did the stream ahead of time.
Either way you
I
say
already got
that doesn't
part
make sense
done.
because if you said it to like for it to be last night, it would have to be tomorrow, but then you wouldn't show up today. Right? Like if tomorrow you said I did my Deebs last night, I won't show up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. Well,
Today is yesterday's
Yeah.
tomorrow.
If I go home tonight, I do 14 hours tonight.
Right. Then you've done your job.
Then I'm
Even
done.
if you don't come in and do your job.
And then I don't have to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, come in
Perfect.
at 11, the call time, not the stream time, and say, sorry, don't know if you guys checked the call sheet. I already did my shift last night.
Wait, so what time are you guys coming in tomorrow?
I already logged my hours.
What time am I going to come in? I'm going to come in at fucking 9 o'clock in the morning like I do every day. That's when I'm going to come in tomorrow.
All right.
That's
Blast
not true.
off for about an hour.
9:15. Oh, it's a good 40-minute blast off usually in
Yeah.
the morning. I'm sometimes drenched in sweat by the time
No,
you
this
guys
guy's
get here.
blasting.
I don't know why
There's
you're blasting
sometimes-
off in the office, because then you're uncomfortable. Then you got
I'm not
sweat all over
uncomfortable.
you.
You're uncomfortable.
I'm
not.
uncomfortable
You're-
by the reek.
You keep saying, I'm so uncomfortable, get away from me. And I keep going,
I always take a
love it.
big whiff in the morning.
Yeah, Joe gets close.
Yeah,
Joe
but
waits.
I
I
for
get
the
real
sweat to
close
come out.
because like I walk by the door and I hear the music
performance
bumping.
smell.
I'm like, I know what happened in here. I'm walking in, and as soon as I get in there, I go,
It's a thick air in that room.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
some it's,
whole lot of
it's-
Jones.
It's gamer gunk, but in the air. It's thick.
Ugh.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm just saying I like your gunk.
No, I know you do. You get up in there.
We bottle a gamer gunk.
Joey's always in there like a fucking hound dog, just like nose on the floor, just dragging it.
Jesus.
Especially
and,
when-
and then
especially on
switches
the
to
mat.
ass dragging on the floor
It's always on the mat.
to wipe himself.
The mat is the best area to go.
Oh, God. I'm not using that mat anymore.
Trevor's just sitting here and, like envisioning it. He's
Look,
like,
you gotta.
I gotta get my workout in tonight.
You come in 45 minutes early. What am I gonna do?
and then get
Not
my
run
workout
around the
in
room?
tomorrow. Because
Yeah, I'm gonna work out as soon as I get home today.
Yeah.
I don't have time this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Work out tonight,
and then I
tomorrow
can do
morning
it-
before work. Or before we start this whole stream thing.
Fuck.
I gotta get to it.
I might actually have to come in later then.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to get my workout in if I'm here at 9:15.
No.
I might have to like drop my kids off, go back home, fire off, then come in.
I gotta blast off
Or-
today, fire off tomorrow morning.
Or I don't. Like we gotta have scheduled breaks. Maybe I leave in the middle of the stream, go and blast off, come back, and then
Yeah.
people are like, "Wow, did he get bigger?" And I'll be like, I did.
Yeah.
no, we went to go get lunch
Yeah.
without us.
Right. 40 minutes into the stream. Hey, thanks for watching this all-day stream. I'm out of here. I'm gonna get lunch.
Man, I'm hungry. It hasn't even been an hour yet. I'm just hungry.
So we're in holding pattern right now. It's like, don't get me wrong, it's not like we don't have another 45 minutes to talk about Diablo. We certainly do. We certainly do.
We can,
But at the same time, 45 minutes won't be enough. But also, it's hard to disengage because the audience might be ready. It's like, oh, anyway, life after that. This is all the future is right it's just a block of time from this moment until we're sitting here at noon, not 11, playing Diablo tomorrow.
Right.
And it's just like, do I live in between that moment, or do I just close my eyes and wake up,
Right.
and then it's tomorrow?
It's also like,
what do
am
I do?
What am I
It's just the
squeezing
plane's
in
just
before
flying
that
around
time?
and around, and it's like we can't land yet, but we know where we're going is right
it's
there.
right there.
We're just not ready yet.
It's right there.
That's where we're at. That's where my brain is at mentally.
I want to dip my toes into tomorrow.
You dipped your toes into tomorrow 2 weeks ago. You guys are in the ocean of tomorrow.
I started Diablo late.
You
I
guys
didn't
have
even
played all the
swimming.
betas.
I didn't even play
and
the first 2 days of early release. I didn't even touch the game.
I mean, but how about before that? Like any of the betas or?
I only played one beta.
I only played one beta.
I will say I played the demo.
I played the
when they
open
announced
beta
Diablo 4.
because then
I
you got
only-
to level 20, you got a cute little
That's what I did.
wolf pack.
I got that far.
backpack.
Yeah, you
I
the
got
beta
that
wolf pack.
far, and then I ain't played it since. That was like the first open beta.
And then the second one, which is called the Server Slam, you had to beat the world boss, Shava, and then you got a
Second backpack.
a golden horn that goes on the side of your horse. And I don't know, I was busy that weekend.
Oh,
I got the wolf.
oh, I wasn't. I just went. Yeah, I played
There
it.
were more drops on that second
There
game?
was more.
Server
There was a
Slam had a
drop
drop,
like
yeah.
every weekend, wasn't there?
I know.
Motherfucker, I didn't
kinda
know
go.
that.
I knew.
kinda
I
go.
thought it was the same shit, so I didn't play.
Could have had a muddy horse with a golden horn.
I knew it was different, and I specifically didn't tell you.
Oh no, he withheld
Shit.
information.
You withheld money horse from me?
Yeah, I
No.
did.
Could have been cling clanging with a lot
Yeah,
of
I
cash and
did.
coin. Piece of shit.
I
Oh,
clapped
I
for
found
Darren.
a fucking loot goblin the other day.
Oh yeah,
treasure
yeah.
I was like, what's this
Yeah,
little
he's easy to catch,
jingle
little
jangle
piece of
like
shit.
giggling guy?
Yeah, we're gonna jump a lot of those.
And he was just dropping 5 coins at a time.
Yeah,
And I was like,
he'll
you're not
feed you a
escaping
little
from me.
trail.
I blasted him.
The treasure goblin actually reminds me
died.
of you a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Why does
Just
he remind you of Trevor?
I
He
don't know,
dropped a
just-
legendary. Wow.
like that.
Who's gonna be, because there's always one in the party. Who's gonna be the person when we're going through and like we're doing the dungeon thing that's like 2 areas
Reading
behind
the
going,
historical
wait,
plaques.
Hold on. Wait, I gotta grab this. Wait, what's this? Hold on.
I mean, not me. I'll tell you that.
Is it true?
I don't know.
That's why he's a treasure goblin.
I'll just
because
say
he's
it's not
going
going to be
looting
me.
everything. He's got a little
that's
sack.
that's a disgusting
It's kind
accusation.
It's a wild accusation, and I don't stand for
You
it.
will be 2 rooms back, but only to cast your spells.
Right. Make sure that no one can hit me. I'll be safe.
You know what you do? You know what you do as a barbarian? You run next to Trevor and you pull them all.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Pull them all to
It's
both of
already
you guys.
crossed my mind. The second I got it, dude. It's crazy because the description is like, oh, you throw out 3 chains and pull. And I thought, oh, maybe you'll get 3 enemies. The 3 is just irrelevant. It's just kind of what it looks like.
And you
It's
win.
essentially a net you throw out.
yeah.
Bro, you pull in every mother. It's like 9 people go, and they're just right in front of you. You're like, wow! And you get 2 of them, like per cooldown.
Yeah,
You get to throw it twice.
great.
I immediately
Barbarians are awesome.
So I got my abilities, that's on my QWERTYs, right? I put that up there because the numbers, they're too high.
Very
up there.
distinct.
So that is my 4th ability, the chain. I was like, I can't be putting that on R because I just kind of slap at those. That's the thing about the shouts. You hit them all. It doesn't really matter. You throw them all out. But this is an attack. I put that one on the front mouse click. So now I've got my yells, and then when I'm clicking, I got the left click, the right click, then I do that side button. That's my chains. And so I'm like, come here. In the fucking head.
What's the ideal health button? If it's not Q, because you took the QWERTY out.
Well, I moved it up to 1, but I also have it. That's on the back on my mouse.
I always do.
So I have the 2 side buttons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you know what
I do
they're called.
quarter and I do 5.
What do you
for the
mean?
potion.
Oh, you mean number 5? What do you mean? What are you saying 5?
For my potion.
Right, but what is 5? Just the number?
Just the number.
Okay, because those side buttons are called mouse 4 and 5. That's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, no. I don't like to put the potion.
I fucking love mouse 4 and 5. To me, like I couldn't play a computer game before those were invented. Like I didn't play on PC. My fingers are stupid. I hate being like, God, I just can't hit the keys I want to hit. Those 2 extra buttons are lifesavers.
They're great
That's
for, like-
usually where I have crouch.
Why don't you get the
great.
the
Too many
Razor
buttons.
Naga?
Too many buttons.
Too many.
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
I'm exactly where you're going with that.
Two
fucking
buttons, perfect. 2 buttons.
2 buttons is like,
why not
It's
12?
usually what it is, and if it's like a first-person shooter,
Right.
because that's where because the other thing is any PC game that's not FPS, I use a controller anyway, right? Diablo, very very rare game where I'll use the mouse and keyboard because it's like, although it works great on a controller, it's very well designed on a
Awesome.
controller.
I mean, I'd use it.
But I still like using the mouse and keyboard. Any other game, like usually first-person shooter, the front click is the melee button and the back is crouch for me. Because it's just so much easier. Because usually in a game too, when you have crouch and you're sprinting, you do a slide or some shit like that. And like,
COD.
I can do all these. I can do the shift. Once I start stretching out into like control, I will miss half the time. And it's just, I can't be playing a video game and miss the control.
But the thing is,
I
like,
don't. I
you
just
take-
put it on the
you-
mouse.
You take you have your 2 buttons, and you take the 2 things that are most important that you're missing a lot. You put it on there. You're not like what I've seen some players do, where they just buy like the Razor Naga that has like 50 buttons, and then just map everything. Then I'm like, you're never gonna know how to use a mouse and keyboard. Then
Well, but they're gonna know how to use a me board.
Diablo is great too because there's so many little minute things that you don't really need. And I was like, you don't need that. Throw that. And it's basically like getting free keys back. You know, like QWERTY, right? Like they're all programmed for stuff. I don't remember what they are. But you check one, you're like, oh, this is potion. I gotta move this somewhere. You get to one and you're like, oh, I'll never use this. Free key! You know, it's like, well, this opens the extra emote buttons. And I'm like, cool, I'm never gonna emote. I was telling Trevor, there's a quest early on where you just have to like clap for people.
Yeah.
I had to remap the button to clap, and then I just took
There's
it
a
back
few things
off.
like that, so you leave the emote wheel.
Nah.
There's some shrines or whatever.
Even then, that's a quick solution. I can throw it somewhere on a keyboard.
I will say,
like in the corner.
Right.
I will say the emote wheel does eventually end up having functions that you could want to use it for.
But again, I'll deal with that.
Yeah. Oh, for
it's
sure.
a lot of it's a game Diablo where eventually like it's set, and then I get in and go, oh. Even with Diablo 2 Resurrected, they added the feature to the game that wasn't in the original, and it's how this game is because it makes more sense. But like when you hit an ability, you use the ability.
Yeah.
In Diablo 2 originally, when you hit an ability, you switch to it, and then you have to use it. It was like a 2-part process. And in the remaster, they changed it because it's 20 years later, and that's crazy. Video games, they're just like, hey, we added this.
Yeah.
But like I guess I should say they released it, the remaster, and it was like that on console because the game didn't exist on console, and it had to be basically to make it work on a controller.
Yeah.
But they didn't put that feature on PC. They left it the way it was because you didn't technically need it, and people were like, "You motherfuckers." give us that, you know, because it's like we want to maintain the sanctity of the and immediately people were like, give me my quality of life improvement, you son of a bitch. And so it came out as a patch after the game had been released. So I was playing it and then it got added.
Yeah.
And dude, talk about like a game changer, you know, having like a barbarian or a sorcerer where instead of being like switch, shout, switch, shout, switch, shout, now it's boop, boop, boop. And I'm like, what? And I had to like completely change everything on my keyboard. Like it completely changed the way I map my buttons. And so anyway, it's a thing of like, what I like about, is any game ever, but especially Diablo, like for me anyway, is I find the perfect comfortability. And then the second it changes though, it's just like, oh, I'll just have to move something around. It's like rearranging shit in your house. Like, oh, well now this is going in the foyer. What do I do with this? Do I need it? Yeah, I still kind of need it. Over there is fine though. I don't need it as much as I need this. My wallet and my keys need to be right here.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's like I should carry my insurance, but like I'm not going to the doctor.
I feel like Diablo's the perfect
Like that's how I feel with button mapping. It's like, there's a tier list. Hey, summer is in full swing, and that means what? Sunglasses season, baby! Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium, polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company, and they offer world-class products, unlike my world-class speech. That's just as good as any expensive pair that I've ever worn. It's gear that's built to last with durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures. You know me, I'm always getting into them adventures. Shady Rays also offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Their sunglasses are backed by lost and broken replacements, so if you lose or break your pair, even on your very first day, they'll send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. You don't put down the excuses. You don't need them. Every purchase supports the Shady Rays Impact Program, which works directly with nonprofits and their communities to make adventure accessible for all walks of life. Look, I love my Shady Rays. I've been shading it up. I got several pairs. These, let me tell you, I love them. I've got a couple of sunglasses kind of like these, okay? They kind of look nice. Terrible in the sun. They magnify the sun and melt my eyes. These polarized lenses are fantastic. I wear them all the time. I got a smaller head. I'm looking pretty fit. Now, I don't know if Shady Rays are doing it. I'm not saying if you buy a pair of Shady Rays, you're going to look like this and have biceps like that. But I am saying I do have them and I also have Shady Rays. Who knows if they're related, you know? And exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code OFFTOPIC for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The Shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. And guess what? I'm one of them.
Diablo's perfect for definitely wanting to remap to make things more efficient. I'm just not familiar enough with dungeon crawlers to be like, this is where so
you got to play the game first.
I go with default, and I go, and then
honestly,
I go, it's quirky, but it's
an easy
mine.
way to do it is find out just what starts to annoy the shit out of you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly,
it's not even
it's
easy
very
to
much
find what
just
you
play
like.
the game.
It's just like I hate this.
For
and
me,
so you change it.
For me right now, and it's why I asked you, is because I inadvertently hit Q going up to 1 all the time.
Yep.
Because I
don't put
all mouse and keyboard
anything
games,
up there.
I don't use 1, 2,
I don't
3,
put
or
anything
4.
up there.
I always use like
So,
scroll wheel or something else.
I have mouse on the side thing. I also potion. I also moved it to, I think I moved it down, like to A or something. There's 2 buttons for it. But I put tab is map, I think, by default.
Yeah.
I put map on tilde, and I put the character screen on tab.
Oh, I'm used to getting down
Because I always
to
hit
see.
tab, and I want to see my man. Tab to me and a PC game usually is like some sort of menu screen.
Like inventory.
Or whatever. And so I immediately remapped
C's
that.
not bad.
But it really just, again, it's preference.
Personal
I
preference
have
for sure.
default because it's like it's just,
What a stupid, what a boring
and then I just
conversation.
put
What button?
I know. I put on my mouse button I have my inventory and the other mouse button is my horse.
See, that's the thing too.
Yeah,
I know
the
for a
dismount or the
fact,
mount is gonna be great.
like when I started
You mount
rearranging
and
shit,
unmount all the
when I started
fucking
rearranging
time.
shit, it's
Oh,
like,
really?
hey, you
All the
unmapped
time.
your dismount button. It's like, cool, I don't have a fucking mount yet. What do I care?
Did you
Right.
just
Like,
click
I'll
it and
change
your
it when I
horse
do it.
shows up?
You
Or like,
click and you're on your horse.
your horse just shows up?
But
Like,
there's so many
Elden
times
Ring.
Just all
where,
up under your
where
ass?
you're just like, I'm on my horse. Walk 10 seconds, I'm off my horse. Do this. Okay, I need to get back on my horse. And so it's like, you gotta have
can you
it
not
somewhere.
talk to people or pick shit up from the horse?
you can pick stuff up from the horse. You can pick up little statues, that kind of stuff. But like, if you're gonna do like a side quest and talk to someone, if you have to talk to people, you have to get off your horse.
You're like, what if I want to be disrespectful? I want to stay on high. I want to be like, yes. What can I do for you now?
How can I save you? But then there's also
can I
like
ignore you for
the
days?
prompts for like climbing and coming down. Stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's you gotta fucking get off your horse.
I like that there's an evade button. That's cool. That wasn't in Diablo 2.
Oh yeah,
a little bit
I
like
an actual dodge.
spam that shit.
Yeah.
The skill's not ready. Mondo was watching me play it before we had a meeting earlier, and he just kept repeating, "The skill's not ready." And I'm like, because I'm always like trying to dash around shit, but it's like 5 seconds.
I
to cool
remember,
down.
like I don't remember what the fuck. Space was some bullshit thing in Diablo 2. It didn't really do anything. It was like a free key, same thing. And so it's also specific to each character, right? Like in the way that I put those chains, because it's a different attack, like I would constantly be just slapping up looking for that chain button instead of shout.
Slap, slap, slap.
But for my barb in Diablo 2, I would always make, there's like 2 jump attacks. There's like a leap that's just jumping, but then there's like a jump attack. You would usually just do leap just as like a movement thing, right? Like
Get around quicker? Or?
it would just be like, there would be points where there's like a path and it's like a split path and like gaps and you could jump over gaps. It was just for convenience. It was worth 1 point. But I'd put it on spacebar because it's like I would never have to fish around for it. And so to me, it's like not so much I set an ability to spacebar. It's like I set ability 4 to spacebar and ability 4 is only ever leap. So my brain knows like this is the jump button. Even though it's not really a jump button, it's just that ability. But it wasn't that. I wouldn't use it for any other character. Like my sorcerer didn't use spacebar because I just didn't need it. I had like all their attacks in one spot. So it's interesting in my brain. Not only is it the game, but it's each character.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm just kind of like I'm categorizing them. It's like over here is movement stuff. Over here is like ranged attack stuff.
Right.
You know, or again, like the barbarian, it's like yelly defensive stuff. And then attacks are over down here on the mouse. So it's like I have all 3 of my attacks on the mouse. So it's nice that like you can kind of build it however you want.
Yeah. I will say the big thing for when we play tomorrow, that's actually kind of a good thing, is that we don't have to get
Work together.
too insane. I mean, well, we don't have to do that if you want to actually optimize. We won't do that. But like, you don't have to get too insane when it comes to like, okay, I got all this gear. Let me take a look at all these gear. It's really just like, have the legendary ability on the piece of gear, and then on your weapon, it's just gonna upgrade constantly. And so it's just like, you could have like a level 10 like amulet that has like a good legendary ability, and you could be level 40, and that's totally fine because you're constantly gonna get upgrades, then you hit a new world tier, then you shed everything off and you put everything else on.
So much of the game, even not power leveling,
it won't
is
be
like
like
new gear. You hold gear for 8 seconds at a time.
Yeah. So there's not like a necessity, because like we'll all like, you just follow. There's 2 types of builds, right? You do a leveling build, so that's when you're starting off. You go, I'm doing my leveling build. Boom. It's very simple, straightforward. And then you have like your more like higher tier builds. That's
because the higher tier build is something that might be dog shit until you get like this build sucks until you get to 60 because you need points and all these abilities first.
Yeah, there's a lot of leveling
So if you're
builds.
building up to that while you're playing, it's a bad build. It's not good.
Yeah.
You don't
want
just
to use a good build that's
in-game build,
effective
and
as
then-
you're
'cause you
using
don't
it,
have-
and then you
you
can
can't
just
get that shit.
respec later and then put them all.
So we just have
move around.
leveling builds, and you just, like from there you just see what legendary abilities you need, and then there's like no need.
You need legendary
like
pizza.
Other games that we play where you just other Diablos where you could sit there and just go, okay, so is this better? By
There's a
how
lot
much?
of that. Also with like stats, like where do I put my stats? Like
Yeah.
this is fast.
This is just
in
just
the
go.
like character
go.
building side, not like in the. I mean, the game's fast, but like
Yeah.
you're saying, it's not Diablo 3.
You can do that, but I'm saying like
It's just not necessary. Early
it's
on.
just it's not necessary for us to have that downtime to sit here and be like, okay, let me try.
That's
to
what Joe said you were gonna do.
optimize.
Remember? And he pointed a finger
came
right at
aggressively
you.
at me.
Aggressively
He
at
did.
you.
Here's
And
the
he said,
thing.
"You'll slow us down."
This guy's gonna be like, oh, but this piece of gear is the best piece of gear.
Yeah,
for
he's
me.
gonna be like, should I get a grenade bomb?
guide says
Should
not
I
to
get a
touch
grenade
that."
bomb or a bomb grenade?
Here's the
What's
thing.
better?
For me, just
the
because
thing,
I'm still
you.
wildly early into the game, it's like if my attack or defense is going to go up dramatically, I don't give a shit about the stats underneath.
The
it.
abilities are.
If it's a
so
legendary
relevant.
or a rare or something, and it's like +2 or +1, I might be like, well, then what am I going to gain or lose? Okay, let's move on. Because, yeah, even if you splurge for something or use your murmuring oobles, like
Dude, I've
that's
gotten
just
so
gonna
many
become.
oobs.
You're gonna move past it anyway.
Yeah.
So like right now, I'm still in the just grab it, see if it's better at a quick glance, and then move on
Yeah.
kind of phase.
I like what I did was I found like all the like the top world's first type like Diablo players are like, oh, I have 3 accounts at level 100, et cetera. And I was like, what information can I learn from you to make for me? Because for me, the way I want to play Diablo 4 is fucking blow through it and level up, get to the end game, and then start min-maxing. Because that's for me the most fun in this game. Is like I need to get that piece of gear and like I want to tweak.
So
and
what
min-max.
thinking do you offset? Like what thinking do you outsource to a guide versus what thinking do you want to come up with? Like, oh, I see how this gear interacts with my character, so like that's what I want to get after.
So for me, it's what I'm learning is how the hell do I get to the end game as fast as possible? Because the enjoyment for me is tweaking. Like an end game build.
Right.
And that's like,
Like
I think Joe's the same way.
Yeah. So like
perfect build.
And then from there you kind of figure out what is the like optimal end game build, and you look at it and you get pieces from there, you use it, and then from there I go, okay, well maybe I actually want to take this ability out and put this ability, or like put more points into this because I like doing this type of damage or whatnot.
Yeah.
The nerd term for it is theory crafting.
Theory crafting.
Theory crafting build. So you take a build that already exists and then you tweak it to implement other skills that may not be in the original build or other pieces of like legendaries and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to do. Like
I mean, that's the thing. No guide's perfect. I mean, a lot of guides get you to a really good spot, but then it's your personal taste and play style.
Oh, 100%. But there are the people that are like, it's been a week. I have 2 characters at level 100, and I am like ranked fucking 5 in terms of like completion. And it's just like, okay, what can I learn from you? Like, what am I doing wrong that I need to stop doing, and what can I start doing to optimize what I'm doing? Like off the rip, what I should have done, because I was like going through and I'm like, I'm gonna complete every single area, like 100%. I should have just blast through the story, so then that way I can get to the next tier gear.
It's so easy to get distracted by the side quests because you're like, well, it's just over there, and then you just end up blasting through a bunch of enemies, and it's a real dopamine hit.
At least they're like important to the game because you get the renown points for them, which
for sure. So like, eventually
I gotta claim them.
Yeah, you gotta claim it. Eventually I will do that. But the beauty of it is that like you can completely disregard everything I'm saying and just go, I like the Necromancer. I don't care what tier it is because I like having a bunch of minions and it's fun.
Yeah.
And then you just do that.
That was me in WoW, where like I kind of glance, and then it'll probably translate to Diablo as well, because it's just my personal preference. It's like I do the 80-20, where I'm like, all right, I see that this is like a decent build, and like there's a route to get to the perfect build of that, but I'm like, I don't want that attribute. I want this one, even though it doesn't make the perfect build. It's my play style.
Like,
but the gear stuff is way beyond usually where I ever get to. Like I don't ever max out the character so strongly that I'm then like hunting specific pieces of gear. By that point, especially in WoW, I usually tap out. I'm usually like, I've really experienced this game. I really enjoyed it. But especially in WoW, because it's a monthly fee, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and rest on this one for a few years. And
that's the tedious part about any kind of like MMO or like ARPG. It's like you have it's finding the god rolls. It's like that's the tedious part.
I like. Don't get me wrong. I love dungeons. I love dungeon mechanics. I love exploring them for the first time, especially. And then once you figured it out, doing it cleanly with a group, then I feel personally satisfied. I think I start to lose attention when you have to grind it. I'm like, when the dungeon becomes routine and you start to go, and this is my personal preference.
Oh yeah.
Once you hit the part, because like I know, for example, like Cameron loves playing WoW, loves doing dungeons again, but like if you hit the point where you're like, it's this part again, or I don't want the thing that I once enjoyed to become so passive or even like boring. Like I don't want it to downgrade, and you know what I want to keep the.
You want to keep it exciting.
Fun memory.
Yeah.
The main.
The way because I
me.
love like I mean God knows how many times I've run the same shit in Destiny over and over again.
But your enjoyment comes from crafting,
Division.
like making your character the pinnacle.
And the thing is like I'll be with a group of people. So like right now it's like okay I'm with Jackie and my friend Brad and like we'll run these Legion events over and over and over again because we're just like, oh my God, I got this piece that's better. So
that's
like
cool,
all of us are like,
the excitement of
pieces. And you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, you know, my friend Brad's like, oh my God, I got these boots. It totally like brings up the cooldown on my shout, and I'm like, oh my god, are you gonna be shouting more? So we're all gonna be running faster together? And it's like, yeah, and so it's like, I love chasing that, or where I can go.
That's a good
this
point.
Is a very because I like chasing it as a group.
Yeah,
solo
that's
is
the thing. That's the thing is like I would usually play with
Solo.
a handful of people. I would
Yeah.
never get into like a
Playing
group.
by yourself.
Yeah, like grinding a dungeon solo is rough.
No
But,
friends.
but I mean, like, yeah, like I never got to the point in WoW, for example, where I'd like join whatever the groups are called, clans or whatever, and you have like a community of people like, all right, it's raid night Fridays, let's go. Like I never got to that level. So I'm like,
Yeah.
whenever you dabble with something just light enough, like there is kind of that ceiling that you have to push through.
There is something like that you two could check out, Trevor.
I'll
It's
check it out
called
now.
RTX.
Whoa!
What a
Thought I
segue.
should mention.
Look,
You
you want to?
should.
I mean, Matt,
It's a
you-
month
you
away.
actually
It's
time
less
there.
than a month. Today's the 8th.
Min-max your
June 8th.
time.
That's July 7th.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So you can come find Alfredo at RTX and tell him about your build.
Compare
can,
your arms
actually.
to his
I was
arms
gonna
as
walk
well.
in. You were talking about. I don't even. Point is, you were saying something about a dungeon or whatever. It was loose enough where I went, I'm gonna cram the escape room down his throat.
There might be a
Wow, do you like dungeons and are trying to escape with your friends? Then you should come to RTX and check out the Red Web
Yes.
escape room.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, once you're all mentally exhausted from that, you can go to the Rat and Grackle pub
Oh, yeah.
and top off.
Right,
Get
but-
your energy back.
And
a
then
little
you can
bit.
go tee off at the Achievement Hunter mini golf.
Right, that's all stuff. That's true. That is there.
Yeah.
Badges are on sale now.
RTXAustin.com. July 7th through 9th.
We're doing for Ultra badges. I think we're doing a tour too.
Oh, yeah, of this building.
Yeah.
That's been a long time since we did a tour. We used to do tours, and then it was like can't do tours anymore. Way too many people. But we do tours at RTX.
A lot of people, a lot of
and then it was
production.
still too many
Yeah.
people at RTX. So it's like that's cool. You can come see where our office got flooded.
That's true.
Yeah.
And go,
You can see
wow,
some
you
of the
can flood it
residual
now. You can
damage.
sniff the carpet if you
You
want.
can smell
You
the
can
man
smell,
must.
You can smell the mat
The
that
gamer
Joe was
gunk.
talking about. You can come see. I have a little exercise corner.
Yeah. You can get some Mikey Musk.
There's some nice stuff in that
There's
corner.
some good
Fredo comes
stuff.
by. By the way, the corner is technically closer to him
Yeah.
than me. It's
It's
his
the flood corner that you've repurposed.
Right, into the, like, now it's getting flooded with reps.
The buff stuff.
The mildew smell is starting to dissipate, and so there's got to be.
That's
something
not
else
true.
to
They just got
replace
rid of the
it.
mold. You all heard.
We all heard. And
They
you
know.
believed
They
it.
cut it out. They got rid of the mold. Not in our office, but in that office over there. It's over there. Oh, wow, look at that bicep. Look at that.
It
Look,
is
look,
the
let me just.
busting out.
Let me just.
Yeah,
Wait, hang on, wait.
you got a point with a little.
Oh, look, what's over there?
Whoa.
What's over there?
Oh,
Look how white I am.
are you Sam
I have a
Witwicky
tan,
from
look how
Transformers?
white I am. I'm still white.
Trying to impress Megan Fox, who's also part of Diablo.
No, I'm
4
playing
promo
Diablo
right now.
4 to impress Megan Fox.
Hell yeah.
True.
Megan Fox's body.
That's the name of the sequel.
Body.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox's body. Megan Fox's body.
Well, we're playing the stream now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm just. Look, it's our life right now.
In the-
I'm
in the-
sorry, it's our life right now.
In the meta of the podcast,
Where
we're
did I
playing
leave my
the stream
powder?
present.
Did I bring it back?
Your powder?
Yeah, I thought I,
I
had
think
it
it's in
here.
the nibble potato chips tin.
I think it's in my nose. Sorry.
Yeah.
nose.
His powder. Camera?
It's in here?
Yeah, I think it's right in there.
Dude, saw. What was it? Across the Spider-Verse.
Here we go.
I'm ready for
That
the,
movie.
for
Oh,
the
no, it's not
powder.
in there.
Was
Oh.
hella good. Oh.
Dude, it was
oh,
so
that
fucking
thing.
good.
That movie was great.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a perfect trilogy.
I don't know, dude, but I heard it was a cartoon.
It-
Turns out.
That's great. What a twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Who
said,
told
sir,
Tom?
you're too old to see this. You realize this is a cartoon? And I said, damn.
Which
What is
when I saw it, I was like, oh, they're like priming the audience for a theory I had talked about.
Do you want to say it, or is it a... Oh, you've already talked about it?
Well, I was like, I feel like this is gonna cross over into like.
Oh,
the
I
MC
see.
like
I see.
MCU. And so I was like,
gotta get my
because I watched it, and I'm like, I feel like they're priming us.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to say too much, but like
Don't
light
spoil.
spoilers. Yeah, light spoilers.
What the
maybe.
fuck?
You
Wait.
still haven't seen it? Because like what you're saying is also kind of implying light spoilers, but like Joe's still la-la-lying out the door, and that gave everybody at home a chance to skip forward about 4 minutes. But some of the cameos, some of the references, some of the just listening to like the way they speak about some of the different universe numbers is a lot of, they're plucking on a lot of those strings.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, we had Into the Spider-Verse. I was like, that movie, that was cool, that was awesome. Still talking about it.
Damn, that was a fast.
And then they announced like, okay, Across the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And then so
What's beyond?
I was
the
like,
verse?
beyond. I was like, the MCU doesn't have a live action Miles. I was like, I bet Beyond is where we go from anime to live action because I know like we're building up the Secret Wars, and like I was like, okay, their multiverse thing is coming, and so like the audience is gonna get entangled into that. And then with the second movie, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, oh, I feel like they're very much.
Also, I remember what happened. I did bring it.
Where's your powder?
I did bring it, and I said, you don't get free advertisements, G Fuel. But now I'm
So he
pointing
says
it.
that-
But now I'm pointing it out more, so I turned it around so I couldn't see it.
Oh.
You fooled yourself.
You had no idea it was there the whole time. I don't know.
It's just called the juice.
It's like a fruit punch.
Oh.
Give me, I need it.
You man needs juice.
I've only had a couple today.
I will need
This
energy
replaces
drinks tomorrow.
food.
When we're all
I've got a
sitting there
couple of
going like this.
Yo, I got a
Give me
couple of these, dog.
energy.
And again, Fredo, I was never a powder guy. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, we're done.
I put it. I was never a powder guy. This cup changed my life.
I mean, you can put anything in anything now.
Right. I won't. I just do this, but I could. Why did you touch it?
I was trying to hit the button.
Well, you missed.
I missed. It was on the wrong side.
You hit the charge port.
Yeah.
If you don't know, which if you've been following me, impressive. If you don't know about this,
Yeah.
because I won't stop talking about it. It's another get. It's another Alfredo approved. Hey, look what I found.
Another, Alfredo did the research. I just got it.
Yeah. If Alfredo came to me and was like, "Hey, I have this highly illegal intravenous drug. I think you should try." I'd be like, "The guy's got a good track record. I'm not into it, but
guy
if
never
Alfredo was
misses.
telling me, maybe I'll try it."
Tell me about it.
But
Joe, I've already been putting in your food.
this is the sound of my cup being turned on.
You
can
put too
suck
much
it up.
water.
It was at the max, but that's
No,
okay.
I didn't put too much. It ain't spilling, is it?
The powder.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
flavor is it? Is it
It's
watermelon?
it's trying. It's trying to leap
The
out.
juice.
Yeah, the juice. I got the
juice.
juice. By the way, also, I love this shirt. This is an awesome shirt.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
Such a smart idea.
Someone sells it.
Yeah,
Don't know who.
we do. It's at Face Jam.
Whoa.
Face Jam Pride.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I have my deal. You can buy this water bottle, not from us, but kind of I did you a solid and you owe me, so go pick up one of these Face Jam shirts.
Yeah.
The other one is also, it's the Face Jam switchfork opening with the rainbow
Oh,
coming.
I like that.
I'll get you.
Show me a sticker.
Yeah, it's also a sticker we have, and I put it on my desk.
Holy shit.
And I go, now they know it's my desk. Yeah, I know. That's why I keep
In
saying.
this lighting, it looks exactly the same.
That's why I keep saying stop copying me. Look at Joe trying to copy me with his phone, his phone case.
Like, Destiny got me a
Very
new phone
close. Dude,
case
it's
a couple
very
weeks
close.
ago.
It's
and
like,
then I came to work.
It's nice off-brand.
I came to
I'm
work.
like Dad, but off-brand.
Oh, wait. So it's not an apple. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
also a
it's
different color.
Why would I buy an Apple one?
right.
Or I could buy the cheap Chinese.
Why would I buy an Apple?
Guy's
as
got an Apple phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Why would I get Apple?
It's a pear phone for my Carly.
His peels like paper off the side.
No, it's only the button
No.
parts. Everything else, solid. It's called innovation.
Solid as a
It's
rock.
called innovation.
It's-
You know when you need to peel your button cover
Anyway,
spots.
they make water bottles that blend shit. I highly recommend it. It's a USB-C. It's a little
And it's
battery.
not a shitty one
Comes right
either.
off.
Like there
No.
are shitty ones, which is what had me skeptical. But since it was Fredo approved, I was like, listen,
And there's
I gotta
there's
get.
actual blender ones too.
The way,
It'll blend
It's
fruits.
USB. It's USB-C, and one charge lasts you.
Ages. I've charged it one time so far.
Yeah.
I've charged it one time.
Was it?
It says a month,
It says a month.
but it's.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm playing with it. It doesn't calculate just you constantly pushing it all day.
Right.
And even still, it lasts forever.
I like to just take it off and watch the lights go around.
That's one of the points. It says, like, you get a light show while it spins. Like, I'm a dumb fucking idiot. And that's the final reason I bought it. It's like, the functionality was one thing. But, yeah!
Light!
Yeah!
I mean, it really whips it, which it needs
really
to
does.
do.
Well, I mean, I've
if
been
it
doing,
just does
I've
a
been doing
stir- I'm
powder
gonna say,
in the blender
If you don't
bottles.
know what we're talking about, it sounds like, yeah, you just shake it. I can't begin to explain to you.
Yeah, that's
that
a whole
doesn't
rabbit
really
hole.
work right. Not with cold water, anyway. You'd have to use at least room temperature, if not warm water.
Which is no good.
It's disgusting because I did that with
Can't get,
baby
it
formula,
can get
but you want
chunky.
it hot.
And I'll be honest,
Warm
man.
protein powder.
I've been.
It's disgusting.
We've been gassing these arms. Sometimes I just don't want to go.
Dude, can I say, you guys?
That's true.
I'm on the, I'm in like the out of the circle. Like I'm touching it. But you guys, when you guys get together, it's too much for me. Like I can take Alfredo because he knows his audience, but the two of you start going, and there was a point
are
when
you
you
on about?
were talking about the tones the other day, and you just kept saying it, and I went, I got it. Gassing what? What is he gassing? I don't even know what does that mean. What does it mean? He was just like, bro, Trevor's doing this. And he's like, I'm getting gas. This is not gas. And I just went, you keep saying, I don't know what you're talking
I've
about.
been drinking gasoline, idiot.
It
When
was a
I'm
moment where
hungry,
I had
more.
to cut in and be like, I mean, I don't fully understand what the hell Trevor's trying to say. Every time he says it's lost on me.
Fatigue.
No, I finally had to stop and I was like, just explain it. I don't know, is he tired or is it, oh yeah, he's getting tired. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I got it. I'm just making, because the two of you are much more in sync. Whereas here it's a little different.
Sure.
And so sometimes when us
change
listening
here.
to them doing Diablo
How about
talk,
this?
and we're
How
just
about
like,
this? Well, that's definitely me for all three of you. How about this? After leg day, I become a dungeon crawler.
That's true.
Because
that makes even less sense.
I roll around because my legs are like, you get
Right,
exhausted, so you get jello legs.
But like dungeon crawlers are like they're real fit, and they're
dude,
doing dungeon crawler. You're doing this, but that's not what they do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's confusing.
I'm a dungeon crawler.
Treasure Goblin, I told you.
Right,
I told you.
You told us, Trevor.
You
said it was
primed
rude
me
when I
by doing it like 15 times.
Maybe you primed yourself.
Dude, are you gonna prime him tomorrow? Are you gonna prime him tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely. What am I doing?
No. Stop.
Milk in my life. Can you milk you
I can't even do it right now because I have a little bit of a sore throat. I can't hit
Well,
that.
you also did it very like
Oh.
milk your life?
And for context, that's
extra life. But it's
even,
also a
even
remix.
more context
Right.
than that.
It's
What are we
Jen and
saying?
Pete, it's Pigeon Studios. They did a remix. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know where it's at with the Ashley and Sarah's of it all, but you and it was me having something very hot at Extra Life, and I needed the milk to alleviate myself. And then at some point, I don't remember the context, that you say something like, "They're gonna milk me alive," and so that's you saying it, and then they songified it. 3, 2, 1, surprise!
Can you milk your life?
Which is like in tune to.
I want to play it now.
They're gonna eat you
they are.
alive is what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's us.
Pigeon Studios, can I play that here on the podcast?
I want to listen to it because I really love Michael's part.
And so anyway, it's a situation where like for some reason this was played. Joe latched onto that, and like I have no memory of this. None of us has ever talked about this since it happened. But
Right.
now it's a thing that just keeps getting played. If only even that one part.
It doesn't even get played. It's like
No,
we'll be silent.
Joe, it gets played.
Okay,
Trevor
well,
keeps
I
playing
wasn't-
it
okay,
even when
look.
you're not there. He kept playing it yesterday, saying, "I'm gonna get Joe on Friday." With
I was
this."
playing it with my mouth. I just like every 30 minutes just randomly like
They're gonna milk you
Okay, they
alive.
said
It doesn't
yes,
sound
go
like
for
that
it.
at all.
It sounds
That
just
sounds like a
what?
dying old lady. What you just did.
Gonna milk you alive.
Like that.
That sounds a little bit like Daffy Duck. All right, here. They gave me permission.
Can you tell it's on YouTube?
We'll
It's
probably
real.
upload it at
Yeah,
some
it's
point.
about everywhere. It's real early.
They're gonna milk you alive.
It's a good song. That was good. I was pretty happy.
BK's concerned look.
Joe, look at you. Look at little Joe.
Oh, baby Joe.
I grew up 10 years by growing out my hair.
Yeah. And I grew down 10 years.
Yeah, you did.
It's very long. You can play the whole
It
thing.
is long.
Wait, but Milk You Alive is coming back up.
Okay.
I
I
well,
mean, I
you
thought
want-
he was gonna get to the movie. Anyway,
You
it's
want more
good.
Milk
We
You
keep playing
Alive?
it a lot.
Milk You Alive.
Joe just likes that part, so I'm gonna play it for him like a 5-year-old.
Yay, more milk.
Even in the clip, I can barely say it. It's like when you're doing your last rep and you hit failure and you're struggling. I'm like,
Oh, you mean when you gas?
The last
Yeah.
squeak.
when you're I'm like, Trevor's just working out and farting? What are you talking about? I'm just like, I'm so gassy.
But again, because they're so phenomenal, that's Jen and Pete Coomber. You can find them online. Pigeon Studios. You should check them out. They're awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You should check out all of my personal branded stuff outside of this company. Fueled by Jen and Pete. I just went, oh, I ain't ever gonna have stuff, you make it. And they went, okay.
They're very
They're
talented.
very good.
Yeah.
Easy to work with, I've heard.
Yeah. Also, without any context whatsoever, I just always like to say, Jen does most of the work. Pete doesn't do much. Just with no context and any actual fact behind any of it. Because they're both so active. You always see Jen and Pete. I love saying
They're in the chat saying, he will milk you alive, be warned. I don't
Yeah.
know if they mean you or Pete.
That's your theme song.
It's probably tougher because you have to sing it now, because I only know it via the auto-tuned version. I don't remember how you
I'm sure
sang
it
I
was
don't
just
remember
straight.
anything. That might as well never have happened.
Yeah.
And you showed me a video of it. And I went, I lived this?
Dude, those hot gummy bears were no joke. I think somebody afterward was like, they were like in
do hot
sales or
stuff
something. They
anymore
were like,
like
oh, I
that.
really like hot stuff, so I'm gonna try that. Just after the segment, when you guys were getting pelted, you two, with soccer balls, they were like, yeah, I went and
Legacy
tried
tried
one.
again.
But he was like,
The devil's
weeping
toe
from
or
his
whatever it
face.
was. Is that the one you had? Was it Satan's
devil's
toe?
No, it was like a
Toe.
little hot gummy bear.
No, that's what Joe
What?
called it when he put his
There,
finger
say,
in your
oh,
mouth
it's called
when you were
Satan's
asleep.
toe.
When I was
It's a little
sleeping.
spicy
Devil's toe. He
lollipop.
put the devil's toe in your mouth.
Oh, and then you suck on it?
Yeah, and then you suck on the toe.
Okay.
It's a lollipop. It's like the devil's anus or something.
Okay, now
Is it the anus or is it the toe? Like, what?
That's- you
Same-
can't tell
same
the
thing.
difference
Two
on the
very
devil.
different
Not
Anal,
for the
anus,
devil's not.
toe, same shit.
He's got a toe as bad as an anus. Or an anus as good as a toe.
Oh, fuck.
that's some good toes.
It's
back
like
there.
some good toe.
Good toe.
What I like too about that clip is, first of all, the song's awesome. But secondly, I like when I say something. It's not like, oh, I said that and it made me laugh. Like I made myself laugh. It's more like so much of me seeing old footage or clips or whatever isn't even like, oh, this is bad, oh, whatever. It's just like you change, you grow up, you change as a person. And it's like, or like, oh, I get it, but I wouldn't make that joke, or I would have said it a different way, or whatever. I love when I see something that I still 1000% identify with, and I go, that guy's right, even though it's me. Because often it's never that, I'm never like exactly that sure again. But
Yeah.
you were playing that clip, and that's not that long ago, that Extra Life. So
Yeah.
it's not surprising. Obviously, the further you go back, the more it's gonna happen. But you played that clip, and then right after that is the part like, you want it? It's hard for me not to do it in a song. But I'm like, if you want it, great. You're not getting it.
Right.
If you don't want it, you're drinking it.
That's the point.
Because that's the point of Extra Life.
Yeah.
And like, it not only sounds great in the song, but I'm like, yeah, and also that's true. What the fuck are you here? Like I started going off about it yesterday in the office going, what do you think we're here for? For people to eat delicious treats that they like?
There was
Yeah.
a point where like
They get punished.
all these nasty sodas came out, and there was like a ranch soda.
Oh, and yeah,
some people were
Sarah-
like, hold on a second, I love ranch, and that's where you're like, okay, everybody, hold on. If you want this, you're not getting it.
Right.
I don't want it. I think it was
You're the one
specifically it was
drinking
Sarah
it.
going, oh my God, I love ranch.
Give me that ranch.
Give me that ranch. I want it. And then she's like, oh my God, I love it. It
Hey
tastes
guys,
just
let's
like
eat Doritos next. Who wants a Coca-Cola? We.
But dude, I don't know. I love those remixes too because they have such a good ear for pulling random moments out that you just
Very
completely
random.
Yeah, they
forget.
have
Fine.
4 ears between them.
And then like they sing song it, and I'm like, I don't even know
four
what
eyes.
when I said 3, 2, 1 surprise.
Beat yourself up like that,
I'm sorry.
you fucking nerd.
I just,
What'd you do?
I said just like how I have 4 eyes.
It's already in a thing you ignored.
Right, I already moved past it.
You said they
And I
have
was like-
ears.
I actually backed
Let
up.
me take you back.
If you heard
Let me walk you
hold on,
through
if you
this,
heard
Jim.
the beeping, it was because I had to back this whole
Let me-
fucking truck up
Let
and
me
go,
take
hold
you
on, what
this,
did he
Jim,
say?
'cause we're already here. You said they have ears for it, and then I trailed you, and you just kept going, and I went, 4 of them between them, which was dumb enough. And then Joe went, like, I have 4 eyes. And then I said, don't be so hard on yourself, you fucking nerd. And then you kind of tuned in, and now we're all here again. Just waiting for these 6 more minutes so we can talk about Diablo in the post show.
Oh, right.
God.
Do you think
And then I'm gonna go back and play Diablo while I eat whatever Jaren's
If I-
gonna feed us.
if I took a furious tinkle, I'm talking high PSI. Pressure beyond.
That's a really good way to measure it.
I'm talking like I could.
Like you could hurt
Am I gonna
yourself.
blast some mold
Right,
off?
like I could hurt yourself. I could polish some porcelain right now.
It's like sometimes when the
would
water
they
is
pick
too
it up?
strong.
Would they pick it up, or do I need to mute this pack?
I mean, it's literally a switch. You go like
It's
that.
just a
Why wouldn't?
switch.
Let me walk you through
it's a
it. They
difficult
can hear
one.
me.
They can't hear me.
Well, they can.
I.
They can
Sing
still hear
song
me. But
You hear me? You can't hear me. That sounds
you
like
want to
it
hear
would
it
fit right
but
into the
it's-
song.
But it's hard to sing when they can't hear you. Because what it sounds like is, you hear me?
Yeah.
That's what it.
Yeah.
and then they'd auto tune a high.
No, and I said, you hear me? And they just keep saying, I said yes!
Well, okay, I'll do it.
I'm
I'll
ready
do it in the 5
to
minutes.
stand.
Here's a Gatorade
I've had
bottle.
so much caffeine.
Yeah, just you imagine. Just don't
Yeah,
get
I
too many
can't
others.
imagine.
Yeah, just
need
be
a
like,
good amount
just be
of-
like
I need a
Ryan
good
on
amount
the
of
last
sleep
episode talking
tonight.
about how much Gatorade he pissed in the bottle.
Dude, this guy's not sleeping. He's pulling an all-nighter.
He is. He says he's gonna
In
be.
prep for the stream, and then I'm gonna get my beauty rest, and by the time I wake up, you guys will be done.
Speaking of Ryan Haley, we were talking about like keyboard controls and whatnot. We played. I don't remember the Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it something like
It's
No.
West Hunt.
West
There
Hunt
you go.
with Ryan Haley and John Smith, and it was interesting because afterwards he explained
that rule.
his mouse and keyboard tactics as a hunt and poke or a hunt and peck sort of situation, which is
What?
right, which is wild to think about in a high tense like FPS sort of situation. You're like, okay, which
Well,
one's
I wouldn't call what
grenade?
we were doing.
I know, but I'm imagining him
Okay.
in that arena.
Gotcha.
But another thing that came of it, which was I don't know how if he's just a hard clicker, like he clicks really hard, or if his
An index smasher.
right, or if the mic was low, but somehow it was picking up like his mashing of a
Oh,
certain
yeah,
key.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
there's something you have to do in the game where you mash on a key, and it was at a certain point I was the only one left alive, and it was ticking away like Dunkirk. It was stressing me out. This man going. Trying to open up the mailbox and figure out what I was doing.
It was good. That mail's always behind.
God, that game got better as it went on
Yeah.
And then it got worse again. But then it got
because
better.
we had to end it.
Right.
Yeah, we just kept going. That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was one of the ones where we didn't end the video. We just
Essentially,
kept
what?
playing.
Gmod Guess Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it was fun not being Gmod Guess Who.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
yeah,
like a
for
game actually built to be that game.
It's
Because
like-
Gmod's great, right? But it's
Right.
always
But
that
it's
engine.
modded to be that.
And it's it's a mod. And it was fun to be like in a
I
game
like
that was that, but
mods.
like a
Actual
Wild
game,
West.
or this, like,
I
this
do
is our
like
game we're
mods.
playing.
I'm also kind of a dog person. That's random.
Well, we all
is-
we all knew.
I think out loud when I gotta pee.
Great.
I can't.
Wow.
I'm definitely a dog.
Does Trevor like Star Wars too?
No.
Trevor, just go look.
Is that what that is?
Go behind the set.
Fuck, dude, I
Go
thought
make some yellow Gatorade.
I thought this was a Trekkie shirt, man.
Oh,
Damn.
God.
Stop with
Dude,
get that shit out of here.
Oh, hey.
it'd be so warm.
So,
it'd be so warm. It'd be
So
disgusting.
here's your bottle.
Well, yeah, and then you say, why is it warm? And then you say, well, I had to warm it up so the powder didn't clump.
Yeah.
And then you go,
Oh,
makes sense to me.
I love warm Gatorade and warm protein shakes.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Warm protein shake. Oh.
And that's what you do. I mentioned it earlier. If you're going, what the heck? Why is Off Topic on? Because we're on at 1 now. But also, Inside Gaming starts at 3. So we're a nice little lead in. You get, what's nice is, because it's the same day, we get bumped up a little bit, and then they get longer stream day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you right now because we're about to end. Stay tuned. 3 o'clock. Inside Gaming's up. 3-7, I believe.
Ooh. wonder
So
what they're gonna play.
hang out.
Oh.
You know, chill, refuel, get food. Like I hope Jaren got us.
Oh.
I'm gonna eat whatever it is. I'm gonna eat
He's
it.
got it right there
Oh,
I'll be honest, the bag
Jared.
is kind of small.
Jared coming in. I'm not
That's
gonna
kinda
complain.
small bag.
I'm not gonna.
Kinda small.
Jared coming in.
Is that-
Tacos.
Jared,
That's
did
a
you-
good size. That's a good size for
Tacos
tacos.
can
Okay,
fit a
yeah,
lot
never
of
mind. For
tacos.
Just fit
tacos,
that in
it's
there.
good.
You can fit a lot.
All right, thanks for watching. Off Topic. Hot new time, same shit show.
Oh.
I'm gonna go take
We're gonna
a urine.
eat.
You
He's
two.
gonna take a urine. I'm gonna take a taco, and then we're gonna do the post show.
Post show.
And then I'm gonna play
Taco
Diablo.
post show, sponsored
And
by
tomorrow,
Tacos.
watch a Diablo stream tomorrow, 12
Oh.
p.m. Central, not at 11, but you can probably show up at 11. Just get ready.
Just remember,
You forgot. You fucking forgot.
Sending your Milk You Alive audition tapes to anywhere
Jen
you
and
social.
Pete.
To Jen and Pete.
Not us.
sauces.
Get milked.
Looks good.